Well, back down the allotment for a couple of hours. Say things are slowing down a little bit, but Jed's been down here working hard, getting the corner he's using clear. It's just more getting rid of the rubbish and stuff. That's just going to be the hardest part. We've got the scrap metal pile, we're still adding to that. We've got a plastic pile, which I'll show you now. Got quite a big plastic pile, and yet we're still adding to it because we've got a lot more rubbish over this way that we haven't even tackled yet. So we've got rubbish in these sheds that need sorting out. Rubbish there, and then there's another shed around here. Again with like an obstacle course, more rubbish in that needs sorting out. So you can see the extent of how much rubbish is actually on the plot. This is all scrap metal, so we're waiting for a lad to take it. Obviously, Jed's put that in there, that can't be in there. It's got to be to one side. It's not scrap metal. Can't put gas bottles in a scrap metal pile, Jed. But yeah, things are starting to slowly but surely come together. It's still looking like a mammoth task. Jed's put hinges on here so we can actually get in and out. And he's got a shed up. So he's got a garden shed which we collected, as you've seen on the other video. That's up. He's built a little aviary on the front of it. And then the other night, me and Jed temporarily hired the fence up, so it was a bit more secure on this corner sort of thing, because you could just walk through there or climb over there. And he's started clearing all the old broken fence out and all the ground here, so he's done a smashing job. You can see in his shed where feathers are falling out, where obviously there's a hole that goes right the way through. So he needs to sort that. And I think Jed's been working along here. I think the idea is with Jed, he's gonna fence an area off. So it's gonna come from sort of my shed there, the big shed that's coming down along here. That'll all be fenced off, and then this will be a bit of an area where all three of us will use, and that'll be the area where Mark uses if Mark actually ever gets down here, which is not looking hopeful at the minute. He's busy working all the time. No excuse for Sunday though, Mark, he let us down. So today I'm going to chop this down so it's not in the way of his cage. I'm going to try and chop that one down as well. And then again, just more of a sort out, concrete pile, plastic pile. I like the fact that that pile's right in front of my plot because it slows me down on what I can do. But obviously there's not much I can do as regards to taking the shed down during the old bird season, because next door are racing, so I don't want to disturb them. I could potentially take this section down on the back fence and put a fence up so it's more secure, but at the minute it's acting as a fence, do you know what I mean? So we're leaving that one for now. We'll concentrate on that shed. I'm in two minds whether to rip the roof off it, rebuild it in sections so it looks the same sort of thing, but I don't know. I think it's definitely gone. Nightmare of a week. I've had a strimmer break on me, I've had my lawnmower break on me, I've had my leaf blower break on me, I've had my edge cutter break on me. What more could go wrong? You can see these still need to come down. These ones are the ones that are actually knee high in poop, as you can see. Yeah, so that's bad. Apparently Jed was clearing some of this off yesterday, and it was full of rats, dead rats. We need to sort a fence out for here because this has fell down, so it's a little bit more secure. We need some sort of temporary fencing up there. I'd say we still need to sort through all the rubbish piles, but it's a nice day to do it. It's my only day off as such at the minute, so I've come down here, got a fire pile to light, come down here just to get a little hand on things, to be honest. I don't know whether to, well, I don't even know where to start. I don't know whether to start making a different plastic pile, because that's looking a mess over there. I don't know whether I just want to get all the plastic into one corner, so it's not right directly smack in the middle of the plot, but who knows. We'll see where we start. I can't lie and say it isn't overwhelming, the amount that's got to be done on here, along with all the other stuff that I've got to do with the other allotments. So I've got obviously a new bowling green that I've got to sort out. I've got 4 more allotments that I need to sort out as well. Not to mention the orchard in Preston. I need to decide what I want to do with that, whether I'm taking too much on. And I need to concentrate on the pigeons as well. Try and get them not to come back 2.5 hours from Hereford, and maybe do it in the appropriate time. Granted, they were sat on other people's roofs, but you know, they need to come back to me and not the old owners. There's no doubt about this, that this needs a digger to come in, and it probably needs a digger to come in first, and then a second time to then come and level it off. I think it needs a digger to come in to literally take these green sheds down, because of the amount of feces that are in it, and be able to move certain things that are too heavy to move by hand, and like take tree roots and stuff out, and then get another digger in and grade it all and stuff. But I think it's not just a one-day job sort of thing, it's multiple days, isn't it, at the end of the day. I do want to start tackling this. This was alright, this was up, but since, well, in the last couple of days, the roof started caving in. So, and that's just down to the woodworm, I think. So obviously we need to try and tackle this and get all this out before it caves in on top of it, and therefore it's an even harder job to then get everything out from under it, because this has got tiles on the roof and corrugated sheeting as well. So we've got more nest poles down there. I need to see if the shed's drying out a little bit. It was absolutely soaking in pigeon poo, to be honest. I opened this door to try and dry it out a little bit. So that is drying in there, to be fair. It's probably full of dead rats. That's drying out a little bit. Don't know about down here though. That's dried out a little bit, but it's still wet there. And this is still soaking. That's still soaking. I don't really see, this is the thing. You can see there where a rat is actually through the back of the nest box. They chew everything, don't they? It's madness. This all needs emptying out, so obviously there's more plastics in here and stuff like that that needs emptying, putting on the pile. There's nothing wrong with them peephole boxes though, is there? There's another set here. Bet they're full of woodworm though. They're not actually. Would you reuse them? Would you shite? It is a mammoth task, this, I'm telling you. I just don't know where to start. We've done the hard part, as you can see, getting everything down before it was green, before the birds started nesting in it. Jed, I don't think that shed's quite level, you know. I'm looking at it now and it looks a little bit on a slope, but it'll do. He did that on his own. I wasn't here. Yeah, so we've done the hard part before the birds can start nesting in all the overgrowth and stuff like that. We got all that down. Now I think old Dennis was a bit of a hoarder because there's that much stuff here, unless people have been dumping it in afterwards, but I can't see it because this is all the stuff that's been in the sheds and that. We've still got a pile of wood down here that we need to get rid of as well. That'll go on the fire, but it's just moving things from one place to another. Like all these roots that are tangled in this wire. I don't know whether to bring a grinder down and cut around the wire or see if I can get the roots out the bottom. See, this is the thing with the digger. If a digger was to come in, we could pull that out. That wouldn't be an issue. It'll pull out with the mini digger. And then at least we could then cut the roots off it, because this is actually grown through the tree. If you have a look at that, it's actually sliced through the tree here, and it's starting to grow, like embed itself into the tree. So that won't be an issue to cut that one down and just burn the stump on the fire. And obviously the wire will then pull off like this sort of stuff when we're pulling wire off. Got the fire pit and then pulling wire off it. But again, it just might need the grinder to go down there, right the way down, so then we've just got a little section rather than a full section of wire to burn. I'd estimate that this is going to take at least 2 to 3 years before you get it how you want it. But for now, if Mark's still putting a shed up, we can get it to the point of where the sheds are up. Obviously I'll be rebuilding where mine is, so it makes no odds. I'll be rebuilding pretty much to the same size. That's what it is. Ged will have his corner sorted, because his corner's like the easiest corner as such. Well, there was not the easiest, I wouldn't say it was the easiest corner, I'd say it was the corner that didn't have as many obstacles in the way. It was just trees. And there's not as much rubbish, but this corner had 3 sheds in, and we just need to saw through the shed, get the floors up, get them on the fire, again dig it in to remove this concrete fence, and that should be ready pretty much for Mark to then put a shed on, if he's still putting one here. I don't know what's going on, I've not heard of him. He was meant to come over on Sunday, I've not heard of him. I need to check up, I need to do a welfare check, I think. You alright, Mark? Again, that this shed is on the other plot. It's on next door's plot, because this is the done me. This is the done me for the stock loft, I'm telling you that now. It's massive. It's massive. And it looks like it's watertight. Obviously it needs some repairs doing, but it is a shame. Now I've had a lot of comments on previous videos and stuff saying, why do you want to take this on when you've already got a decent setup in your garden that you've just done? Well, as I've explained, I think on the first video, is Ged can't get in our club. A lot of the members from our original club before it folded came over to this club over here, but due to the radius of the Northwest Combine, Ged's not in it. So now having this plot allows Ged to then race in that radius, in that club, you know, in the Northwest Combine and stuff. So that was worth it alone, just to be able to get this allotment so that Ged can race. Again, Mark, he races with Tony, but he can't race from his own house. So if he wanted to race some young birds, I think he was going on about racing distance pigeons and stuff when we talked before I got the allotment. And I said, well, I'll get an allotment, and, you know, it'll need a lot of work doing to it, but if we're willing to put the work in, it'll be worth it, because we'll have the allotment and you can race your distance pigeons and you can do what you want over there, sort of thing. But we've done a lot of work in a short amount of time. I think Ged's plan is get another garden shed next to that one, and potentially another one on the other side of it. so I don't know what the gimbal's doing there. So my idea is to grow this channel as much as I can, get as many people to watch these videos all the way through, and go back and watch all the other videos all the way through, because YouTube pay a percentage, obviously, if you're on premium or adverts, so that therefore I get paid for putting videos up. Now the money that I make off putting videos up on this channel, I want to put into this allotment. So obviously we need to try and raise the money for a digger, and then I'll be concentrating on raising money for potentially rebuilding the lofts or taking these lofts down and then buying a loft, a second-hand one. I don't know where I'm up to. My mind can't work at the minute, because obviously, yeah, I could see the vision of us all being on an allotment, but then when you come into it and there's that much work to do, I can't see the vision of where to start. It's been a while, and Jed's been grafting away. Come down yesterday and I've sprayed all this with glyphosate, because obviously it's getting to the point now of where spring's here and everything's starting to grow back, so I want to try and nip it in the butt now. Sprayed it all. That pile's getting bigger. Unfortunately, the plan of getting it moved, no one would actually touch it, so we're going to have to potentially take it all in the cars, little bits at a time, and just plod on with it, to be honest. We haven't got the sort of money to get skips left, right and centre, but if we just take a load in the car every time or whatever, then at least we'll get it down a bit. Jed has been down every night and he's burnt this, which then resulted in the whole allotment catching fire. Sorry, Jed, to grass you up, but he's done amazing, really, to be honest. As I said, me and Jed put that up, a little bit more privacy, and he's started to clear all this area. He's exposed a lot of holes, rat holes in his shed, and he started taking this shed down, making a pile for the fire, and again just sorting through like all the metal and all the rubbish on here. Need someone to come down and start taking the scrap metal, so I'm going to take a picture of it today, put a post on Facebook. I think one of the lads wanted it on here, but I've not seen him, and we need it gone now. Like there's a lot of it. So you've got a metal pile here, which obviously we can't take the gas bottles, but that's all metal. Pretty much come out of all this. Mark's decided he hasn't got the time to put into the allotment, so it's just going to be me and Jed on here. I know obviously everyone's waiting for me to start on the big loft, but that's not going to get touched till after racing season, after the young race. It's going to be more a winter project as such. I know it defeats the object of getting rid of all this, and then I've still got to get rid of all this. But my plan is that we get rid of all the rubbish from here and get this all cleared. Then in winter, we'll be taking this down, getting a fence at the back, and then start like just small fires and stuff like that throughout the winter and getting it down section by section. This is going to be a massive job, but there's no rush for it because I don't need any birds here at the minute. I've got a decent enough setup at home that I need to concentrate on. But this is the future for me. Obviously you don't get an allotment and just keep it 12 months, do you know what I mean? You're keeping it a long time, so still waiting for Josh to come and pick these tiles up. if he can come and get rid of these soon, that's another load of stuff moved, isn't it? But even down here, none of this had grown the other day, so we need to cut this back, get these sheets dragged out, ready to burn. There's still a mound of rubbish. Like, that pile's big, but then when you look at what's still left to go, like sorting all these shed piles out, it doesn't look much on the camera, but there's still a lot of stuff. Like, he uncovered some wooden doors that can be dragged out ready for burning. You just got to be careful of when we burn, not burn on a windy day and stuff. There's some wooden doors hidden among that, but this is where the fire caught, like it blew over and caught all this. There's no point in me hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos on when there's not much progress getting made by myself. I can't take the credit for what Jed's doing down here at the minute, but he's been down literally every day because obviously he's got his birds and he needs to see to his birds, so there's a little plodding on. But I think once these green sheds behind me are down and the fence is fixed at the front and the fence is fixed here in between the two plots, then we'll concentrate on the fence behind the big shed. Fence behind the big shed, it only goes, so that only goes to the shed and then there's nothing behind there, so we need to put a fence in there. So then when the big shed's ready to come down, the plot's still secure. I think my plan of action today, while there's no wind, is to have a small fire, just wood, and then continue sorting through some of the metal out and that. Just wood and continue sorting through some of the metal and getting that metal pile all in the one place sort of thing, because there's a lot of metal lying around, and I think once that's all in one pile and we can get someone to come and take it, then it'll look like something's been done. As per previous videos, there was a lot going on when it was 6 foot high and you could see the transformation, and now at this stage you can't see much getting done. Even though you're here doing it, you can't actually see much getting done, so it doesn't make great YouTube content, does it? So all we can do is plod on and then hopefully make a bit of a difference. We are going to have to get a mini digger in. If anyone wants to come and volunteer with a mini digger, feel free. Against time, because we don't want any of the wildlife to settle with all the rubbish being here. Like, don't want the robins to start nesting any of this, the blue tits to start nesting any of it. There's just so much stuff, it's overwhelming, isn't it? I did see if we could get more permits for the van, but that's not a possibility. Otherwise, I could have just done van loads constant to the tip, but it's not an option. You only get 6 a year off the council. I mean, there's wheelie bins. Jed's cut all these trees down. There's all sorts everywhere. I'm going to set a little fire now and then see how much we get done. It's going to be a slow day today. I do need to feed myself as well. It's bent. What? It's bent. Drop it down to there, yeah? You put a level on it, or you're not bothering? Oh, God. You can see by that drill. If anyone wants to donate a drill to Jed, feel free. Just drop us a comment. He does need a new drill. Well, I'm dying of hay fever. He's getting that fence done. We're getting this pile of wood down. The smoke is blowing the right way. It's going straight up. So we're alright on that. Just keep the fire low. Jed's attempting to take the sheets off that roof now so we can get a temporary fence up from when we took the shed down. This left a gap between the two plots, so he's put these two posts in and the two rails, and he's put these sheets on, and it's just temporary for now, just like the back wall. At least we can have a little bit of privacy and just stop the cats from wandering in. They just walk through here and just wander in. As you can see, there's a bloody big tree in the way. The tree needs to come down really, but there's no rush for that. Concentrate on getting this pile burnt today. Getting the metal out from underneath it. And I've added to the metal pile. The metal pile's growing. The lad down the road said he'll take the metal this week, so that'll clear a lot of space. That didn't work, did it? It's all scrap, but it might weigh something and give someone a drink on it. You alright there, Jed? The problem is getting the screws on the back end as well. But once they're loose on the front, it might be able to prise it. And you reuse these for the fence. Where's Josh when you need him? He'd be up there, wouldn't he? Where are you, Josh? Watch your head, he said.
Playing on the camera again, he's supposed to be holding the ladder.
Yeah, but you were coming down, weren't you?
Sending me up a ladder. My bad news.
You're only double my age. That's if it'll come like, but... Because you can get these two screws here.
Okay.
There's two screws here, you can get it. They're not even in then.
Hey?
They're spinning, they're not even in, they're spinning.
I said that. Not in, so why won't they come out?
Well, they will, because they're in rubber.
Are they?
It's like a rubber felt underneath it. That's great, isn't it? And the size of the screws as well. Further up, further up. That's one there.
Don't want to lock my shed with.
Whoa, that whole fence just nearly went. Put me on it. Yeah, they're screwed to each other, Jed. There's two big screws. Two big screws in it. I reckon plan B. Mini digger.
Did Mark never get one?
No. It's coming that, Jed.
So it's Christmas.
Watch yourself. Would you like a hand?
As in,
Let it drop, let it drop. You can get these two screws out. Get them three screws out now where you drill. Let me do that bit. You hold it. I've got one hand spare. I thought you want to recycle the screws.
got woodworm.
The screws have?
Yeah.
Everything else has on here. That worked, didn't it? Oh, Jed, watch out. Oh. It's just water that mixed the oil. Got that on camera as well.
It spilled there the other day. Yeah. That was oil though.
So I think people dumping stuff. So Jed's getting this last sheet in now. Phil's going to start taking the scrap metal. So he'll probably take a load now and then he'll take a load again. But then obviously we'll have a fence up here. Well done, Jed. And I've done my job of burning the pile. The only piece that can't be burnt has got rubber all over the roof. So don't want to burn that, want to strip that off, that'll be black smoke, otherwise strip all that rubber off another day and get it on that fire pile. But yeah, the scrap metal pile's increased quite a bit, the plastic pile's increased, and yet to probably use on here, it doesn't look any different. That's the thing. So obviously the beginning of this video was it was a week ago, while Jed's been here doing bits through the night and through the evenings and that when he's been over. But yeah, to me it doesn't look any different at all. It's like you work all day. It's currently, what time is it now? 2:20. I've been here since 10 o'clock because I was doing a job, taking photos of some pigeons for a club member. So if anyone's interested in some top quality stock pigeons, jump over to the Racing Pigeon on Facebook in the next couple of days, and I'll have links to where they're listed on LMR. This obviously club member wins the combine, the fed, some really good results off him. So He's making a racket on a bank holiday. Look at me. I'm full of black dust off the fire. My hay fever's been giving me jip all day. I've just been a mess. But progress, we've got that fence up. And that's the biggest progress we needed. We needed that security there. We start getting the fence up behind this shed, start getting these green sheds down now that that piece is in. Because obviously the fence on the outside's leaning up against the green sheds, so it's leaning, so it's propped up. So now we've got this elbow in where Jed's doing now. It'll hold the fence up while we take the green sheds down, and then we can put new posts in to hold the fence up, stop it leaning. We're just reusing these posts, the ones that are good for the fence post at the moment. I think they are 64s. So there's one or two that's rotted, but some of them are alright. They've been in the middle of the pile. So we're using them. We'll dig them down, put some post mix in. And hopefully that'll fix the fence. I'll show you it now how it's leaning. The fence starts leaning. So yeah, once these sheds are down, posts can go in. We'll fix it. Let me switch this tap off. I can hear it dripping. There you go. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a mess, isn't it? Yeah, sorry it's not a long video, it's a little short video. Obviously you've all been patient waiting for an update. Jed's getting marved saying we haven't seen you on YouTube for a while. I'm getting marved saying we haven't seen you on it. When's the next video coming out? But as I explained before, when there's not much progress, there's not much to see. It's just listening to me waffling on. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and follow along for more.